Absolutely. Once again, it seems like we saw President Obama as salesman-in-chief peddling his economic stimulus plan, one that he hopes that the Senate will go ahead and pass tonight. He was very direct in his statements last night. He was brutally honest about the dire straits of the economy, and he did send a clear-cut message to Congress. There is no time to spare.
It's not acceptable for Pakistan or for us to have folks who, with impunity, will kill innocent men, women, and children.
But calming fears of another terrorist attack paled to Obama's attempt to calm fears of the battle at home, the demise of the economy.
And if there's anyone out there who still doesn't believe this constitutes a full-blown crisis, I suggest speaking to one of the millions of Americans whose lives have been turned upside down because they don't know where their next paycheck is coming from.
The problem is, what the fuck are you going to do about this? Okay? You've been elected. You're going to get your $800 and something billion. What are you going to do about this?
President Obama painted a bleak outlook as he defended his plan, pointing out that though the cost of saving the economy is great, the cost of failure is unfathomable.
Doing little or nothing at all will result in even greater deficits, even greater job loss, even greater loss of income, and even greater loss of confidence. Those are deficits that could turn a crisis into a catastrophe.
Duh! No fucking kidding! Hey, the whole point is, what are you gonna do to make jobs? To make our lives a lot easier? To make us get more money in our pockets so we can spend freely into the economy? That's the problem.
After his visit to Elkhart, Indiana, a town crippled by 15% unemployment rate, the president was ripe to talk jobs, promising again.
Well, he'd be dumb not to talk jobs in a place that's been crippled by 15% unemployment. What is he going to talk about? The weather?
And that his plan would save or create 4 million of them, putting people to work on infrastructure repairs. And for his critics who are calling this...
Yeah, but what kind of jobs are infrastructure repair? And 4 million of them. That's not a lot of jobs considering all the unemployment that's running around. Okay? What are infrastructure? No one asked these questions. What are infrastructure recreation jobs? And what the fuck do they inter? And who the fuck gets these jobs?
The government takeover, Mr. President had a message for them as well.
With the private sector so weakened by this recession, the federal government is the...
How the fuck is the private sector so weakened by this? They're getting cash galore! A bailout here, a bailout there! Those motherfuckers are bleeding money! And their executives are going off on vacations, personal massages, all that fucking shit. Jesus, you mean with the squandering of the money that the private sector gets?
The only entity left with the resources to jolt our economy back into life.
And going back to international affairs, President Obama also mentioned that he wanted to open up clear dialogue with Iran, and that message seems to have been heard all the way around the world. Just this morning, Iranian President Ahmadinejad said that he is open to sitting down and having talks with U.S. officials, that is, as long as it is in a fair atmosphere and with mutual respect.
Yeah, I know how to talk to Iran. This is a very simple proposition. You put a B-52 squadron right above their fucking country, and you let them know that you're going to fucking blast them into the fucking Stone Ages. Okay? Unless they shut the fuck up and fall in line. Because that motherfucking president has no respect for the American people. No respect for any of us. To him, we're just a bunch of garbage to scrape off the bottom of his boot. You know? And if this recession is going to end, then Obama's got to do a lot more than just talk, talk, talk. 4 million jobs. So far, I haven't heard shit. All I heard is, well, I'm trying to make 4 million jobs. What kind of jobs? Okay, well, what is this infrastructural shit? Okay, and who qualifies to get these jobs? That's one. Two is, what the hell you gonna do with all that fucking money you got that you could just very easily distribute a small fraction of it and end the fucking crisis? I mean, what are you going to do with all that fucking money? Okay, what are you going to do? Bail out this, bail out that? So far, all they're doing is, yes, boogeyman, boogie, scary story. Look at the dragon blowing fire at us. Jesus fucking Christ. I need to hear and see something that actually makes sense. Flavio 13 out.